locality.
Can somebody name that tune? I don't know why I had to play that. I'm a little choked up about it. I was being like really nostalgic today, for fuck's sake, because it was a really shitty day. But I started going through like old TV shows. You guys might have to rewind that little clip just now that I played. I think all of 17 damn seconds. But what a show that was back in the days. Hey, this is UFO Buster Radio, episode number 412. Man, yeah, I'm here. It's been a rough day. Yeah, I am not going to lie about it, but still, got to give a shout out to Brian M. down in Brandon, Florida. Brian, what's up? Let me know what's going on. If you guys recall, on about a month ago, on the Thursday night freakout on YouTube, we had Smiley on, and he did the done. You know, down towards O'Brien down there in Brandon, Florida. He was having some issues, some heart problems, and apparently it was not done. He actually, back on August 22nd, he went back in to, have some more ticker research done. So, what's up, Brian? I hope you're okay. Thank you for listening, as always, and maybe we'll connect pretty soon. Other than that, this is the space situation here on the podcast. I've got me a fresh cup of apple whiskey, squeezed it myself. Yeah, I sure did. Got all of it in the cup, didn't spill not one drop whatsoever. But we got something a little crazy here. The first story is not about space necessarily. It's about everything. That number 42, which got changed to 17. It's about everything. And I'm only going to give you part of everything because this really is for a select group of people who like to follow this topic. And what I tell you, it's a BF. No, I'm sorry. That's what I'm having, a bitch fit. It's it's an MF, actually. That's what it is. It's an MF. I'll get into the MF later, after the first song. But then after that, we're going to talk about China. God damn, China does not like the people of the world. China does not like its own people. I mean, God damn it, what the hell's going on down there? And then the last one, Starlink. I'll do it later. I'm not going to get into it now. I'm not going to say what I got to say. But we'll talk about it later because it's an ongoing kind of joke when it comes to Starlink. And now that they throw the pigs into it, I don't know. All I see is the fucking omen now. That's all I see. Pigs, satellites, oh my. I don't get it. It's like the Omen. It's the Omen movies. That's what it is. Let's get into the first track. So we gotta, the first article is, it's an MF. So I want to get through it as best I can because I think even I'm going to really stumble through it. And you guys really, if you find it fascinating, you'll have to read it because, check this out.
I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so strong. It goes on and on, on and on. There's something going on inside of me.
By the way, I went through a lot of articles today, and I skipped a few. One of the ones that I skipped was about two astronauts in training from India that went to. Actually, they've been in Russia since February of this year, and they actually don't go back to India till next year. And my thing is, for the love of Pete, India. Now, I'm on that new. Well, it's not a new, but they just started accepting podcasts over in India from the U.S. through Juiceavon. It's at the number one. It's kind of like Spotify here in the U.S. And so that's where I get my listeners from India. But you guys really, pull up a little closer. Take that earplug out. First of all, I love your traffic. It's do or die, you know. If you want to make it to work, you say a prayer. But still, guys, you guys know the Russians don't fuck around, right? They will poison your ass. They will radiate you. You guys actually put those two Indian astronauts in harm's way, hanging out at Roscosmos or whatever the fuck they call that thing over there. It's dangerous. Don't fuck with the Russians. Come on. You guys know where the money's at. You know where science is going down. It's in the U.S. Come on. Stop screwing around. Send your people over here. We got plenty of Indian markets here. Shops. All kind of stuff. I bet you don't find that kind of shit in Russia now, do you? Let's do it. Just bring them all here. And plus, we got the world's best.
We're in quarantine in our own corona homes. That's where you have to go to stay away from it all.
Yeah, we got the world's best freaking corona in the entire planet. Stop fucking around. This first article is an MF. MF is a mindfuck. You're about to get it. I'll be honest with you. There's no protection either. You're about to get it. You just got to think about that. This article is telling us that our reality is not real. New quantum paradox throws the foundations of observed reality into question. Like I said before, this is only for the folks that are fascinated by stuff like this. But the reason it caught my eye is because they're taking simple things because of the new paradox in quantum mechanics, probably thanks to that damn device, you know which I'm talking about, the Hadron Collider, and they're turning things upside down. Here's a common question. We hear this shit all the time. If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it make a sound? According to the way quantum mechanics is being redefined, you know, especially by the Hadron Collider, probably not. And you're thinking, well, fuck, it had to make the sound, right? Just because I'm not there to witness it, that doesn't mean that it didn't make a sound. There's a problem with quantum mechanics that says maybe it didn't happen. Maybe it didn't happen at all. Because we were not in that reality of when it happened. It is the craziest thing. I want you to have nightmares about this, to be honest. This is the only way that I'm only talking about this to fuck you over for the next few nights. While you go to sleep and have your mind fucked today, it should last you a few days when you think about it. I'm sharing, because sharing is caring. The first section is quantum mechanics versus common sense. Here are 3 statements. When someone observes an event happening, it really happens. I feel that it's true. Right? Don't you? I'm sure you do. Unless you're on some kind of drug that kind of alters that. But we're talking about people that are drug-free right now. Is it possible to make free choices, or at least statistically random choices? This one is a motherfucker right now. I'm going to tell you that is crazy. And this one is even worse, to be honest. A choice made in one place can't instantly affect a distant event. This is what's called locality. Like I said, this is rough, to be honest. The fact is that these are things that we intuitively think about, right? You know, if think about it money-wise. If I fuck up the money here, is it going to fuck the money in China? Or if I lay a fart here, is it going to cause a supernova out in 3 billion light years from now? That's the whole locality thing. It gets that deep in this article. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's crazy. So quantum mechanics are just nuts. A lot of it is behaving as they thought it would, right? Because these are really tiny particles. But sometimes the behavior is it's really strange. But we got to think about, these are the building blocks of everything. So if the little shit's fucked up, chances are there's big problems somewhere. Somewhere something is wrong. For us, the blue collar folks, it doesn't amount to a hell of beans, right? Because we still got to get up. We got to, put our pants on one leg at a time if you're not nimble. You still got to go to work, get a paycheck, have a shitty life, and then die. That basically is what it comes down to for most of us, because that's the way life is. But the problem is that they've discovered, thanks to all these tests, is that nobody knows where the fuck the particle is. Yeah, so they could, at one point in time, see the damn particle. Hey, look at that little guy right there. And it's gone. But they could never figure out where the fuck it is now. The biggest problem that apparently they're having is called measurement. We measure things all the damn time. But apparently, when you get to quantum mechanics, there's no such thing. Because we made it up. We made up measurement. This is where the mindfuck comes in. Reality does not work in measurements. We did that because we had to. Because otherwise, we wouldn't know shit. We wouldn't be able to figure out things. And chances are that our measurements are all fucked up and out of whack with reality. And so it makes a whole lot of nothing. We basically spent our history measuring shit incorrectly to the point that it's out of sync with reality. There begins the EMF. Just for you. You're welcome. I hope you appreciate that. I can imagine people who have to measure distance, traveling in cars, whether you have to measure something for work. You're a contractor. Somebody made that shit up for you, and it's not reality based. It's nuts. It really is nuts. Here's how crazy it is. So the way they see this, when you measure a particle so tiny, you don't say it'll be like 3 centimeters or millimeters or inches or feet from where it is when it goes off somewhere. It's done in probability. It's probably 2 inches to the right. It might be probable that it's about 3 miles to the west because they don't know. There's no measurement. Here's an example of what they're talking about. This Hungarian-American theoretical physicist, his name is Eugene Wigner, he thought of a problem, right? So the problem was kind of tricky because he was trying to figure out, how do we figure out this measurement problem? Now, this is back in 1961, before the Hadron Collider. Okay, so basically what the Hadron Collider did is say, hey, this fucking Hungarian guy, he's right. This shit is really fucked up. And we've based our reality on bad measurements because measurements really are weird. So he said this. What if he puts someone inside of a lab, right? Scaled really nicely. Everything's even. There's no fucked up angles, nothing like that. Nice, let's say, square or sphere. And there's a particle in there. And so the guy goes and he measures the particle. The problem is that according to theory and what they've been seeing is that this really isn't a one-on-one measurement because the fact that this guy is going in to measure the particle, it changes the measurement. So theoretically, if someone in South Texas pisses, in the Gulf of Mexico, he could possibly kill a whale in Antarctica. It is the craziest article. I just had to bring it on here because it was an MFer for me, and it's a mindfuck. It really is, It is completely nuts. But there are years from them figuring this out. So just it's my gift to you so that you can see the science. Science is discovering new things and is throwing a lot of the old shit into a world of hurt. There is a paper attached to this. Like I said, if you're the kind of person who wants to read how your reality is fucking nonsense right now, this is the one to do it in. Some of you might have thought that already, right? You take a couple of things here and there, you trip out, and then things seem totally different. And even in that state, I'm sure you feel like measurement is for bitches. You don't need measurements because it doesn't really work. That's the shit that I was reading today. Yeah, you're welcome. By the way, I want to say what's up to the guys that are in the live chat. We got the Norm. We got Green Man. I know I saw Game Vet in there. We got Dre. The guys are here. And I'm sure they appreciate this craziness that is reality. I'm just nuts. I can't believe it. That was just part of it. Check the link out in the description. And if you really feel froggy and you really want to screw up your quantum reality, check out the paper. It's linked in there, and I'm sure you will appreciate it. And it's a gift that keeps on giving, trust me. So if that tree falls, no one gives a fuck because it probably, killed some freaking ant on Mars. Who knows?
Break my heart if you want to. Well, I really don't mind. That's how much I want you. Yeah, yeah. I know it's only been 3 weeks and you're a little insecure. But let me tell you what I'm feeling. I promise that I love you and never let you go. When you're feeling down, I'll always hold you close. Won't keep any secrets. Won't play with your heart. Yeah. Baby, I'm down if you're down. Just say the words and I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah, forever. Yeah, I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah, forever. Yeah, oh, yeah. 1-bedroom apartment, spending every night with you. That's all I want, babe. Oh, and if I ever make a mistake, I promise you that I'll change. I'd do anything for you. I promise that I love you and never let you go. When you're feeling down, I'll always hold you close. Won't keep any secrets. Won't play with your heart. Yeah, baby, I'm down if you're down. Just say the words and I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah, forever. Yeah, I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah, forever. Yeah, I promise that I love you and never let you go. When you're feeling down, I'll always hold you close. Won't keep any secrets. Won't play with your heart. Yeah, baby, I'm down if you're down. Just say the words and I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah, forever. Yeah, I'll be yours forever. Yeah, yeah,
I don't even have my my bumper music here to bump into the news reports because it's been that kind of day. People in China really should be careful, to be honest. So yeah, stop fucking around. Oh, that's one place where you have to keep your eyes to the sky. I'm not screwing around with you. Keep your eye on your neighbor's dog too, because it will be lunch. That's not me talking. That's the news. We heard about that about 3 weeks ago. Chinese rocket booster appears to crash near school during Gaofen 11 satellite launch. Wow. So not only do they happily and very openly share their military industrialized freaking superpower germs, not only do they give the world a gift that keeps on giving in the form of coronavirus, or more like COVID-19, because coronavirus is everywhere. COVID-19, but they also try to drop fucking rocket parts on their school kids. Talk about population control. Yeah, they did that. A Chinese Long March 4B rocket, after it took off on its new Earth-watching satellite mission on Monday, September the 7th. That just happened, folks, to be honest with you. The booster came down and narrowly missed the school when it fell back to the planet. And, of course, they got witnesses. Now, you guys in China, I got all these messages for people out there on the Far East and the eastern side of the world. Number one, India, bring your astronauts back. They will be poisoned. That's just the way it works with Russia. They give no fucks. They'll be poisoned, radiated, probed, and then sent back to India. Completely different people, to be honest. Speaking El Ruski. Then, let's just talk to the people in China. Listen, you guys, there's a reason why this guy goes off the deep end, apparently.
China. China now. China. China. I know China very well.
No, he don't know shit when it comes to China because it's even worse than what he thinks. Come on, who the fuck drops a damn piece of a rocket on fucking school kids? Ridiculous. There should be laws against that somewhere. But apparently it's okay in China. And, no fucks are given. Everybody survived. So it's all good. So this thing happened in North China about 1:57 p.m. local time, 1:57 a.m. Eastern when it went down. And so this Gaofen 11 had some kind of a Earth observation satellite. In other words, they're watching us. It's a spy satellite. And so you know how these boosters, they break off into different stages and shit. And then they come down. Not everyone can be a Musk, to be honest. Not everyone can have the technology to have it self-powered. I mean, Space Shuttle had fucking booster rockets. And what did they do? They fell down to the ocean. The fucking ocean. Not on top of kids. The ocean, China. Plenty of seas around you. Pick one. You're always in conflict over them. Drop your shit there. I mean, yeah, I'm fighting for the Chinese kids like they give a fuck. But I'm just saying, stop trying to get off your own kids. What's wrong with you? Anyway, so there's a bunch of amateur footage on the internet, and basically the Chinese social media site Weibo basically show this crazy madness going down. The footage is near Lilong Village in Gaoyao Town. Sue me. I probably said that wrong. In Luonan County, and God damn, how long can it just have a fucking city and state and that's it? What is this? This is crazy. Anyway, it fell somewhere over there. Let's just leave it at that. I ain't got all night for this. Fucking by the time I get done with the name, I'll be doing the podcast on Thursday. One piece of footage appears to be taken from a schoolyard with children's voices audible in the background, as the plume of smoke visible in the distance. It turns out that these launches contain, in the first stage, which is what fell, has a mixture of toxic hydroxine and nitrogen tetroxide for propellant. Either one of these on their own could cause serious health conditions. And when it landed, there was a gigantic plume of smoke. And I think it was like orange. It wasn't even like regular ass smoke. It looked like a big firework. Or one of them fucking smoke bombs went off. Just really big. Huge. A huge one. Crazy. This is freaking nuts. And they're thinking about there's going to be a total of 40 launches this year. Now, the article doesn't say how many have gone off so far, but this one came close to killing a bunch of kids. So we could figure, they probably got about 10 more to go. So beware. Folks in China, you may be or may not make it to the end of the year. Not because of Wuhan, your cousins over there down the street. Not because of them, because your own government is dropping a bunch of damn rockets on you, filled with lots of poison. That's just the way it goes. It is crazy that these things happen. You think about all the steps that NASA takes, and not everybody's a fan of NASA, but for fuck's sake, at least they drop the shit in the ocean. Like, we'll kill whole fucking species in the ocean, but we won't let that shit drop on a human being. Not the same for China. Not at all. I mean, there's got to be like a middle ground somewhere, I would think, where you kill off a couple of species, save a couple of humans. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to lie, where it's going to go. But I'm sure after this got out and they look like a total D-bags, that they'll probably get it together and ensure that they don't drop these things. No, what's going to happen, I'm going to be honest, what's going to happen is one of these things is going to fall on another lab that's working on militarized germs, and we're going to have another fucking COVID outbreak. That's my prediction. I'm channeling Sylvia Brown just for you guys right now. Check this out.
We had it made, yeah. Your cheeks, your
You guys will be proud to know that Elon continues to make some super duper strides in everything. The fucking guy is unstoppable. I think he even fixed the name of his new kid. Yeah, I saw something about maybe 2-3 weeks ago that he finally came out and decided, oh, we're not going to call him, you know, we're going to give him a real fucking name. I don't know. I can't remember what the hell his name was. It just made no sense to me. Elon likes to have his fun. He likes fucking with the news media and all that coverage. I get it. No one can be as cool as Michael Jackson now, how he did it, right? I mean, who the fuck? The kid's name is fucking Blanket. I mean, how cool is that? Blanket. I mean, fuck, the guy's a genius. I mean, really? Wouldn't you want to be named Blanket? I don't know. I think that's quantum mechanics right there. Like when he named him Blanket, did anybody hear it? Probably not. SpaceX says its Starlink satellite internet can download 100 megabits per second. And get this, they used space lasers to transfer data in between satellites. You guys in the Serengeti, you guys that are living like under the Antarctic ice, you folks in South America in the jungle that hunt using bones of your relatives, and you walk around with leaves on, you're going to get the best Pornhub coverage ever. Ever. It's going to be huge. I'm telling you, 17 is going to be your new friend down there in South America in the jungles. We're going to make the rainforest sing when you guys are able to get Pornhub down there. And there won't be no flickering. There's no latency. I mean, you're going to get the real deal. And you get that 4K, you probably might have to get like a judge down there to help out with all the tribal marital problems that are going to go down. Because they're going to be shocked and amazed. They probably haven't seen people in forever, but for Pete's sake, that Pornhub's going to cause some problems. They did a beta test. Now, we talked about the beta test because they announced it almost a month ago, maybe more than that. You could go on the website, you sign up, and then say, hey, we'll consider you. I thank you. Keep an eye out. Look at your mail. Might be in spam, but we'll see. Now, initially, they were going for people that lived in fucking mountains. You know, the ones that get the milk from the billy goat, those guys. So I don't know. I don't know what the population of the people is that they finally decided to pick for this beta test. But they literally, if you're a bum at home, you're like 40, still living at home and playing video games on your parents' couch, you can finally leave that, take all your fucking equipment, go to some mountain where you don't even have to pay rent, play video games there. You won't be a leech. You'll be on your own. And you will get 100 megabits per second. Plus Pornhub. That's the life, buddy. You'll be living a dream. Thanks to Elon and SpaceX. 100 megabytes per second. Now, the cool thing is that normally with this satellite stuff, you know, they bounce the shit up and down. One satellite bounces the damn signal down to the planet. It gets bounced up to another satellite. You know, that's how they got the message around the world. Up and down bouncing. Well, Elon said, no. My child, who I just made up a fucking name for, he will have uninterrupted signals no matter where the fuck he is. He will have it. So what they did was, since we have a chain of Christmas lights in the Starlink, you know, satellites that are up there that caused all the UFO craze back in the day, since they're all lined up nicely, why not just have them connect to each other instead of having to waste the time of bouncing the signal down to the planet and back up to another satellite? They can talk to each other directly by laser. and they were able to send hundreds of megabits through the laser, and therefore saving time, killing the latency of the signal. The guy's a fucking genius. Well, how did he come up with this? Why no one else has been able to do this? He's conquering everything. What is going on? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I see the omen. I see it, man. Rise to power. Fucking putting microchips in everyone. I don't know. God, I would hate to think that there is some kind of a bad intention behind all this magnificent Elon-esque that's going on. It just feels too perfect. It really does. Anyway, so internal tests of the beta version gave us this great speed, super low latency, and download speeds greater than 100 megabits per second, according to Kate Tice, a SpaceX senior certification engineer. Like, she ain't no punk off the street, know what I'm saying? No. She's an engineer, so you have to believe what the fuck she says. She said this during a live broadcast of the Starlink launch on Thursday, by the way, because they sent up more shit. So there you go. They're going to reach what? They're already up to over 700 satellites. He's not fucking around. He said he was going to do it. He said he's going to have 1,200 by the end of the year. 500 to go. Is he going to miss his target? I don't think so. Tice, whatever the fuck her name is, she said basically that they completed a test of 2 orbiting satellites, also that equipped with inter-satellite links, informally known as space lasers, and the technology enables Starlink satellites to transfer data directly to each other in orbit instead of beaming down to the ground and back. She says with these space lasers, these Starlink satellites were able to transfer hundreds of gigabytes of data. Once these space lasers are fully developed, Starlink will be the fastest option available to transfer data around the world. This is why the United States government, this is why governments around the world are trying to get on the Starlink bandwagon for military supremacy. I mean, what the fuck is going on? So you get great porn, you get great cable, you can play video games in the freaking mountains, and you can control your freaking game of Risk around the world. Isn't that amazing? That's where we are right now. Now you take all of this, you add the chipped pigs, and fuck, the world is your oyster. I mean, you could have it all. Fuck, the pigs can have it all. We probably are not even going to rule our own planet. It'll be ruled by pigs. Smart ass fucking pigs who know how to freaking drive a fucking submarine and shoot an AK-47 with their little curly tails. To say that quantum mechanics is telling us that our reality is fucked up, we don't even need science to tell us our reality is fucked up. It is... Fuck, what is 2021 going to be like? This is going to be nuts. Balls to the walls, even if you don't have any. It's going to be right on the wall, I guarantee you. Not even lying about that. I want to say what's up to Dave. Dave showed up about the middle of the podcast. What's up, Dave, down under? I've been watching this. By the way, if you want to read more about the Starlink, go ahead. But if you're in, out in the jungle somewhere, yes, definitely look into it. It's gonna enhance your spice life, your spicy life, your horizontal mambo, or whatever it is. Going back to Australia, I've been watching this guy, the $1 Billion Bogan, down in Australia. I've got this whole motorcycle kick going on now, and I've actually, I might be doing something like what he did, just in Texas to start, going down the coastline and stuff like that. I'm filming it. It won't be on any of the UFO Buster radio channels or anything like that. It'll be on its own separate thing. But there is something about folks like that. And I also watch another young lady out in Europe. She goes by the name of Itchy Boots, and she's an adventure writer or whatever. But there's one thing that really gets me about all these shows, and that is the fact that they just do it. Just do it. I love that message. Not because it was started by Nike, because it is a fact of life. Don't sit around waiting for shit to fall on your lap. Just go and do it. Just get it done. Elon has been doing that, and he's amazing people by all the shit he does. I'm telling you. We're only seeing the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the shit he's going to put together. And some of it might be scary. We will be scared shitless when we finally see the final product. I just feel that. I just feel it, Damien. But just do it. You know, don't sit there. Don't be afraid. It's one thing to say there's nothing to fear but fear itself. But to be honest, what you really have to fear is failure. And sitting there wondering years later why you never did it. That's what I love channels like the $1 Million Bogan, Itchy Boots, and all these other people, because they just go and do it. So stop fucking around. Get your shit together and go do it. Why wait? Life is too short to not do it. That's all. I hope that means something to somebody, because it does to me. And I feel that that's just what UFO Buster Radio really is about. Just fucking going out there and do it. Just do it. Damn it, just do it. There's the end of the podcast. I thank you guys for listening. We'll be back on Thursday on YouTube for the YouTube Thursday Night Freakout. I also have I got a return guest coming back by special request from the guest for not this Thursday, the following Thursday. But I'll make that announcement this Thursday because you guys are going to enjoy it because the numbers show that you did. I'm out of here. Have a good evening. Ciao. Peace out. Hasta mañana. Adios.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look, keep it a buck, I don't always been one up on all of these. They be trying to front for all of these. I ain't got time cause they all in they feelings. Ice of the gang and we making a killing. It's 2020 and they notice the vision. You be the hero, I'm playing the villain. The underdogs and we walking the villain. We getting money, yeah, they think that we dealing. They talking hot, yeah, if they opponents and we won't stop till we all touch $1 million. Don't ever forget, but we probably forgive them. I'm living, taking the cards that was given. My blessings is already written. Wrapped with a ribbon, putting ourselves in positions to making some major decisions. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look. I'm trying to get where I'm going, but haters be trolling, that's where they thinking you got me right where you want me. I tell a ghost just ducked up. Sending them shots, we send them back. Y'all ain't really bout that. Run, it's always bounce back. Need more hands just to count that. Stay on my bully, I need me more breeze just so we can get the team right. Loaded up fully, dogs on a leash, and you be knowing that's a scary sight. Don't happen overnight. Work smarter with some sacrifice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Mix it up, now you got us twice. We bridging the gap, they want us to rap, so go we back. Yeah. Drew need a plaque, we turn to the max, and we never lacked. Yeah. Been in my bag, it's a drag, I'm feeling jet lagged. Yeah. Came back for vacation, I ain't unpacked, cause I'm going back. Facts, ooh, double the racks. TD the bank, your CD's blank, your Cuban is linked. Smoking that dank, pour up a drink, fill up the tank. What do you think? I ain't the one, but I'm the one. Who does I who? He going dumb, you hear them drums. Came from the slums, they know we the ones, yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look, keep it a buck, I don't fuck with you.